It was a day like any other, when the sky over Earth flickered, a strange ripple of light shimmering across the atmosphere. Few noticed it at first, most dismissing it as a trick of the sun's rays or a glitch in satellite monitoring. But those who were watching closely knew better. Earth was not alone anymore. The message came swiftly, piercing through every form of communication known to humankind. Humanity is now under the watch of the Galactic Coalition. Surrender or face destruction. The galaxy, as it turned out, was full of beings, far older, far more powerful than Earth could ever imagine. They had watched from the stars, cataloging countless civilizations across the universe. Some had risen and thrived, only to fall into extinction. Others never even stood a chance. Earth was no different, they thought. They had come to judge humanity as just another brief spark in the dark void of space. But they were wrong. The first sign of their mistake was the Aegis incident. On the eve of the Galactic Envoy's arrival, an unexpected burst of energy, too powerful to be a human weapon, shot through the star systems, disrupting the incoming fleet. The Coalition's leaders thought it was a fluke, a desperate, misplaced resistance, until they saw the source of the blast. It came from Earth, human technology, a secret project so advanced it was beyond their understanding. They had underestimated the capacity of humankind to evolve, to innovate, and to survive. The Galactic Coalition had seen many species crumble under their heel. They assumed that humans, with their primitive technology and social divides, would offer no significant resistance. They were wrong. The first battle was fought not in space, but on Earth itself. The first wave of Coalition forces descended on the planet, expecting a swift surrender, only to be met with fierce resistance. Humans, with their passion, their stubbornness, their drive, fought like nothing the galaxy had ever seen. They didn't know how to win, but they knew they couldn't lose. While the Coalition's weapons were devastating, Earth had something they didn't, an unyielding will to survive. Where the invaders expected chaos and fear, they found unity and defiance. Governments fell, but in their place rose new leaders, new coalitions, a people united by the sheer determination to protect their home. Humanity had no choice but to adapt, and quickly. The moment the invaders arrived, Earth's brightest minds turned their attention to reversing the balance of power. The secret project that had delivered the initial blow, known only as Project Titan, was humankind's last hope. A newly developed energy shield, powerful enough to stand against the most advanced weapons in the galaxy, was humanity's trump card. While Earth armies fought back with conventional weapons, it was a Titan shield that provided the real defense. And when the Coalition tried to penetrate it with their advanced weaponry, they learned that the shield could not only block their attacks, but also reflect them back with a force they had not anticipated. But humanity's fight wasn't just physical. It was a battle of minds, of adaptability. The Coalition had advanced technology, but humans were clever, resourceful, and relentless. They learned how to hack into the most secure systems of the invaders, how to infiltrate their ranks, and how to turn their own weapons against them. No other species had been able to adapt so quickly, but humankind thrived under pressure, like an animal cornered that found its strength in survival instincts. The invaders had underestimated humans' capacity for ingenuity. They never expected a species so young, so raw, to rise up so fiercely. Humans didn't just fight for their survival. They fought for their freedom, for their future. Each city that fell to the invaders was reclaimed with vengeance. Each blow they took was returned tenfold. And for every defeat, humanity found a new way to evolve. As the war stretched on, the tide began to turn. The Coalition's arrogance had been their downfall. They thought they could intimidate Earth's inhabitants into submission, but they didn't understand the nature of humanity. Humans didn't bow to threats. They fought them. They fought for each other, for the idea that their planet, their history, their culture, deserved to stand. They fought because they knew that every moment they spent alive was a testament to the countless generations that had come before them, who had fought and bled for the right to exist. The final blow came not from a weapon, but from humanity's greatest asset, unity. The leaders of Earth, those who had once been divided by nations and borders, now stood together, forming a single global force. They called upon every person to join the fight, to resist. And they did. Across continents, from every corner of the world, the human spirit surged. The coalition's forces were overwhelmed, not by their weapons, but by the sheer unstoppable force of a species that had learned to harness the full power of its collective will. It was at the climax of the battle that a single human commander, one of Earth's finest minds, turned the tide with an unexpected move. He hacked into the Coalition's Central Command network, sending a signal that only humans could decipher. The message was simple, yet it echoed across the galaxy. You made a mistake. This is Earth, and we don't surrender. With that, Earth's forces launched a final assault, pushing the Coalition forces off their planet. The invaders, for all their technology, had failed to understand one thing. Humanity was a force unlike any they had encountered. It wasn't just the strength of Earth's warriors or the brilliance of their scientists. It was the unyielding determination to rise, to fight, and to never give up. In the aftermath, as the stars shimmered in the dark sky above, the Coalition learned a hard truth. They had invaded the wrong planet. Earth wasn't a weak, defenseless species to be conquered. No, humanity was something far more dangerous. When humans say, "Hold my beer," the universe should be ready to raise its threat level to maximum, because Earth is a force to be reckoned with. And the galaxy would never forget the day that humanity showed the stars what it meant to stand strong. As the war against the Galactic Coalition raged on, humanity's tactics evolved rapidly. The initial battles had been won through sheer willpower, but now, Earth was no longer fighting with desperation. It was fighting with purpose. Human ingenuity had always been the key to their survival, and in these dark times, it shone brighter than ever before. The Titan shield, Earth's most precious weapon, had become a symbol of humanity's defiance. As the invaders attempted to adapt and break through the shield's defenses, they faced an unexpected turn of events. Humanity didn't just wait behind the shield. They innovated new forms of warfare, blending old-school strategies with the most cutting-edge technology they could muster. Guerrilla tactics, once thought outdated in the face of advanced alien weapons, had become humanity's greatest strength. Using their knowledge of Earth's terrain, humans launched surprise attacks, sabotaged supply lines, and hijacked alien technology for their own use. The Coalition underestimated how deeply rooted human resilience was. The invaders had thought they could overwhelm Earth with their sheer force. But humans were never about force alone. They had learned to fight with brains and brawn. A single human soldier, using the invaders' own technology against them, could shut down an entire battalion, leaving the Coalition forces in confusion and chaos. One such soldier, Captain Sarah Michaels, became a legend across the galaxy. A former engineer, Sarah had been an unlikely hero, someone who had once built tools to help humans adapt to their rapidly advancing world. When the invasion began, she was among the first to volunteer for the front lines. Her ability to understand alien technology from a mechanical standpoint allowed her to repair and adapt enemy machines faster than the invaders could produce them. She could reverse engineer their weapons, making them not only useless against Earth's forces, but deadly in the hands of humanity's fighters. One of Sarah's most brilliant feats occurred during a pivotal battle on the moon's surface, where the Coalition had set up a base to launch their final assault. It was the perfect location for an ambush, and Sarah led a team to infiltrate their defenses. Armed with little more than scavenged alien armor and human-built weapons, they slipped through the enemy's tightest security and infiltrated the base's command center. The ensuing explosion of the base was a sight that humanity would remember for generations to come. The Coalition, in their arrogance, had never considered that the human mind could adapt so quickly. Sarah's team had planted explosives inside their communication towers, rendering the Coalition's fleet blind, and at the same time, using their own satellite technology against them to relay false commands to their warships. The battle that followed was nothing short of a miracle. The Coalition's fleets, confused and scattered by their own misdirection, were easy targets for Earth's forces. The invaders had underestimated Earth's ability to fight with tactics and, more importantly, with spirit. They thought humanity could be crushed under the weight of their superior technology, but they were wrong. Humanity wasn't afraid of war. It had lived through it for centuries. It had endured famine, pestilence, and countless wars, and each time it had emerged stronger. However, the Coalition was not an enemy easily defeated. As Earth's forces gained ground, the invaders dug in their heels, summoning reinforcements from across the galaxy. This time, the Coalition would not make the same mistake twice. They launched a full-scale counterattack, sending their most fearsome warships to Earth's doorstep. The battle for Earth reached its apex. In the vastness of space, Earth's last line of defense, an alliance of nations and their collective forces, prepared for the final showdown. The Coalition, desperate to regain control, hurled their might at Earth with all the fury of their advanced fleet. Massive starships, armed with weapons capable of eradicating entire cities in a single strike, hovered ominously in the sky. Yet, beneath those ships, humanity stood unbowed. The final clash came in a brilliant explosion of light. Earth's forces, led by Captain Sarah Michaels, launched their most audacious plan yet, a coordinated assault that would take the fight to the heart of the invaders' command ship. As Sarah and her team infiltrated the Coalition's flagship, they fought tooth and nail, taking down the commanding officers and forcing the invaders to confront an enemy they had never anticipated, a species capable of outthinking and outmaneuvering their own. At the same time, Earth's forces, with the Titan shield and advanced weapons, launched their last-ditch effort against the fleet. The battle was brutal, and for a while, it seemed like Earth might lose, but human determination never faltered. The shield held strong against every blow, and Earth's counterattacks became more calculated, more devastating. With Sarah's leadership, the invaders were forced to retreat, their forces fragmented and disorganized. But the true blow came when Earth, having reclaimed its skies, turned its focus on the Coalition's homeworld. It wasn't about conquest. It was about sending a message that no matter how powerful an enemy might be, humanity would always rise. The Coalition, unable to recover from their defeat, signed a peace treaty with Earth, acknowledging humanity's strength and resilience. They realized that no matter how many planets they conquered, no other species could match humanity's drive to survive and thrive. In the years that followed, Earth rebuilt and prospered. The story of humanity's victory spread throughout the galaxy, reaching distant stars and civilizations. The invaders, now allies, saw the potential of Earth's people. They came not as conquerors, but as partners, hoping to learn from humanity's unique ability to adapt. And though Earth's position in the galaxy had shifted from that of an insignificant speck to a rising power, humanity's spirit remained the same. The phrase, "hold my beer," became a symbol of humanity's resilience and its refusal to be underestimated. It was no longer just an Earth phrase. It was used throughout the galaxy as a reminder to never count out the unexpected, the underestimated, and the underestimated power of a species that had survived against all odds.